Okay, here's a look at my masterpiece collection of the Dinobots. So here's just a look at the FansToys version of the Dinobots. And you could see that these figures are still made in the old masterpiece design, where it has all the extra sculpted detail, which makes the figure look nice, but it's really outdated and doesn't really meet up with the current trending hypertoon or cartoon aesthetics that we have today. But this is still a really nice set, and what's more important is currently this is probably one of the best masterpiece collection of Dinobots you can get, aside from the Giga Power, which I'm not going to get all into, but I'm just going to point out that there's reasons why I did not get it. One, because the scale is off. It is too big compared with the scale of the other masterpiece figures. But, you know, it's understandable. Some people like the Dinobots to be bigger than the Autobots. So that's just preference. But it's too big. But the bigger issue is the way it's made, the plastic and stuff. And, you know, I seen it, I felt it, and I already know, again, from my background in product design, that's not a good choice of materials. And even when you watch the reviews, when they're manipulating it, you can hear how fragile those plastic parts are. And then it's no surprise to me seeing how the figures were broke and stuff. And then the other issue is the chrome plated paint that they use, which makes it look nice, but it's really not a good choice because, you know, when it chips, then you're gonna lose all that chrome-plated plating. But anyways, I digress and I go on and on because it is about my collection, what I have, and this is what I have for my masterpiece collection of the Dinobots. So now let's go over them, and I will share some of my thoughts. Starting off first with the leader of the Dinobots, Grimlock. So here you could see this is, first of all, this is an upgrade to the official Takata version. So actually, let me start with the Takata version, because here is a perfect example of the old masterpiece style. So you could see this is kind of like a fusion of the cartoon toy, more realistic version. And here, this is where Takata was still doing all those gimmicks with the light features. This was a cool feature. Batteries don't work, but you push the button and then the lights, and then you could swap it out for the sword. That also lights up, and it comes with all these extra feature accessories, like what X-Transbots does, you know, from all those episodes. But it's a older style masterpiece design. And interestingly, I do remember that this figure, when it first came out, it was I paid 140 bucks for this. So yeah. But this is really a cool figure. Okay, I don't want to get all into it, but there's a lot of cool things that I like about it. And again, it's the older design style. Now, compared with the FansToys, so like I said, this is basically an upgrade. And yeah, literally upgrade. They made it bigger, so it actually scales better with the MP10 Optimus Prime, because the Dinobots should be big, but not as big as Giga Power. And just, I gotta refrain from nitpicky stuff, but the choice of gold here, yeah, that's just personal preference, but I kind of like this one better. But anyways, yeah, this is the FansToys version, and they did give you the same features. They're kind of following Takata with the light features, and just so you know, these use the L626 batteries or LR66 batteries, and you need 2 of them here and 2 of them here. And I'll just say that, you know, I don't think that's necessary. I mean, it's an older style and it costs more, and yeah, I don't want to go rambling on, but you do have the option if you want. I just don't think that it's good to be incorporating all these light features. But anyways, here's a look at the figure, and FansToys, even early on, they did a nice job with the sculpt, and then you could see all the nicely extra sculpted in detail. And then me nitpicky stuff, I don't like the way they handled this. It should just be going, these colors just should be going straight across. It shouldn't be in this like box, because it's not cartoon accurate. But that's sort of what Takata did too. But anyways, that's that. And then next is Slag. But actually this was the first Dinobot that came out, and there's a lot of issues with this, and you know, it's understandable because I believe this is technically FansToys' second figure that they made. First Quake Wave, and then this version. And I'll try to speed this up, but there's a lot of issues with the way they designed the ratchets and stuff. It doesn't hold up all the heavy die-cast metal, so when you pick it up, it's really loosey-goosey, just flops all over the place. And the same thing with the guns. These are nice little features, and they use the same batteries, the L626 or the LR66 batteries. You need 2 here, 2 here. And there is a known issue that I did not know about at the time, and as a consequence I ended up breaking the thumb off, because the way they designed it, FansToys did not design it where it had enough space. Well, first of all, straighten out his hand, and you could see that this sword, that peg, it really goes one way, and it doesn't, because the heel up there is in the way, and I kind of forced it without paying attention, and then I ended up breaking the thumb off. So that's just one of 2 FansToys figures that I broke, but that's really no fault of mine. But anyways, yeah, aside from the issues here with the loosey-goosey joints and the issue with the hand, you know, aesthetically, you know, it was maybe a little bit too thin and stuff. So they did remake that, which I'll bring out in a little bit. Because first, I want to point out that they gave you these accessories that you could add to the official Takata Grimlock, just to make him a little bit taller, so that it would scale a little bit better with their Slag. So now you could see, well, first let's struggle to get Slag standing up, and then now you could see this is a nice little touch that they did to try to make it so that you know, this will blend in with your Grimlock. He's still a little bit taller, but I just wanted to share that because that's letting you know what kind of company FansToys is. I mean, they do want to produce some good figures, so they even took the time to do that. And they even designed this where this has a double feature. You could combine this together to form some sort of gun backpack thing. So yeah, just wanted to share that. That was really cool that they did that. And then let's move on here to Sludge. So let's just try to go over it a little faster so you could see the same thing. You do have all this extra sculpted detail that's not cartoon accurate, but it does make the figure look really nice. I mean, look at the way they handled that detail. Transparent plastic. I mean, it's yeah, they did a really nice job on this figure. And the same thing with the gun and the sword, the same batteries, two L626 or LR66 batteries, 2 for the gun, 2 for the sword. And then moving on, let's move on here to Snarl. And you know, these are still some of their older figures, so I know one of the issues people complained about was their head sculpt, like their Perceptor also. But they improved. They did a much better job of getting better on designing their figures, unlike X-Transbots after so many decades. But anyways, same thing, all the nice extra sculpted detail, and the gun and the sword has that light feature using the same batteries, so that's really nice. And then Swoop. This is actually the second version because they didn't design this very well. The feet, this toppled down onto the floor so many times, and I ended up breaking it, and something else broke, I don't remember. But then I ended up having to get another set. So just pointing out, this is a nice cartoon accurate version of Swoop. So you could see he doesn't have any black like the toy version that Giga Power did. But anyways, what was I saying? This is actually the second one that I had because it actually broke. So what I did with the first one, and I thought this was really cool, is I transformed the first one into his alt mode, or his pterodactyl mode, and yeah, I was actually happy. This looks really cool, and I'm not one of those collectors that buys 2 of these and displays it like this, but I have to admit, when you look at that, that looks really cool. And I was really tempted to start getting 2 of these figures, especially after they remade their Slag. So this Slag, I think, is definitely much better. And I forgot what his name is, but the guy from the Toy Dojo, he did a nice review comparing these 2 figures, if you want to check that out. But yeah, this, in short, this is obviously much better. It was actually cheaper too, and so you could just see, well, first of all, I had to bend him down because he is much taller. That's one of the big difference. But the sculpt, the proportion, everything, this was much better, and it was cheaper. And so they fixed all the issues. So this is actually probably the better Slag to get. But he does have the issue where he doesn't really scale with Grimlock unless you have him squatting down like that, like I have him posed. But anyways, what was I saying? That's why I was tempted to get another Sludge, but I don't want to pay $299.99 for it. Another Grimlock and another Snarl. So as of right now, this is my current masterpiece Dinobot collection, and yeah, I think it looks really nice. It's not cartoon accurate, like I said, but yeah, you could, I'm holding off until hopefully they do make a more cartoon accurate version of this, and then this will then go with my old masterpiece Autobot collection. But this is what I have, and Just sharing just some extra things like this Grimlock for those people, you know, who like these features. I mean, FansToys did, you know, give you all this extra feature stuff. I don't really like it because it never appeared in the cartoon, so it seems kind of odd to me. And then just point this out, the mini masterpiece. Oh man, this would be so nice when we get masterpiece scale versions of Dinobots that look like this. And I do have the Sludge coming in, so I will get that inner part of the lower leg covered up. But yeah, that's that. So that's my collection, and maybe I'll do one last thing. I'll finish off by coming over here. Here are the Studio series, and let me just tell you that these figures, I think Studio series is Hasbro's top of the line for their mainline retail figures, because these figures, now again, these are not masterpiece, but these figures are made really well for mainline retail. So I really like that. And you know, yeah, it has little gaps like that, but like I just said, this is not a masterpiece. This is a mainline retail, and you could see, I mean, look at the way they handled this detail. Really nice. And this has the non-NEF production upgraded so that that center chest piece is more clear, and then the Slag. So yeah, it would be nice if a fourth party KO company would oversize these, but honestly I don't think that's ever gonna happen with this set. So as of right now, again, this is my current masterpiece collection of the Dinobots, and hopefully they will be remaking these into a more cartoon accurate versions of these guys.
The Dinobots have not only proved they can control their powers, they have also demonstrated that they have great value to our cause. They will remain at Autobot headquarters from now on.